Hey Ryan, have you noticed anything about our new offices?
What offices is like my room, just like you requested?
I know, it's brilliant, isn't it? They're in widescreen and all. Oh man, I've heard this compilation tape shit hot, man. Ah, the fucking internet, I hate it. Oh, hello, mister.
Hello, I'm Max, the Consolevania computer. The sponsors have fitted me to look after you boys.
Oh, that sounds good. That's good of them doing that. You're nice.
I am nice, and I can fulfill your every wish. I can do anything.
What, anything at all? Some man. Alright, let's see how good you are. I bet you can't get me a game set in like the 1890s with like, I don't know, a drug addict in it and monsters, and I bet you can't do that, mister.
Bet you I can.
Bet you can't.
I bet you I can, you bold bastard.
This, believe it or not, is not the actual factual music for Sherlock Holmes that awakened. I've added this music in to make it more exciting for you. I've also speeded up the footage so that you don't have to do this slow crawl through the streets like I did at the beginning of the game. Sounds good this, doesn't it? Alright, begin. Let me read to you what it says on the back of this masterpiece. Sumptuous graphics. Wonderful characters. Alright, don't boast about the fucking characters. It's not like it's your characters, know what I mean? And an excellent soundtrack. The jam, that must mean. Make for the best Sherlock Holmes adventure yet. The best Sherlock Holmes adventure yet? That's a pretty tall claim, isn't it? I thought Arthur Conan Doyle was the man for your Sherlock Holmes adventures. No fucking Frogwares, whoever he is.
My respects, Miss
It also says on the back that we can look forward to authentic dialogue. Authentic. Listen to this.
Excuse me for disturbing you, but I'm looking for a man named Mr. Harper. Do you know him? He lives just opposite you.
He gone. Boat.
Watson, I know this accent. These people are Nepalese, and as luck would have it, I am
bullshit, it's
familiar with
Nepalese.
this
No
dialect.
chance.
Nepalese? Holmes, are you sure?
Ahornitra. Shigong Senitra.
Jesus Christ. There's a lot of dialogue in this game, which wouldn't be so much a problem if you actually had a dialogue tree and you could choose what you wanted to say, but you can't. You just have to stone and let Sherlock Holmes do all the work. He basically stones and preaches to you for hour after hour, and sometimes he asks you questions and you've got to get them right, and if you don't get them right he gets annoyed at you. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Your intentions are good, my dear Watson, but you have missed everything of importance.
Don't worry though, there's some detective work for you to do. What I actually mean by that is moving a magnifying glass about so that Sherlock Holmes can look through it, and then he tells you what he's seen. You don't work fuck all out yourself. Sounds good, doesn't it? It's like your first sexual experience when the lassie took charge and puts the willy in herself and everything. You just kinda lie there and go along with it. Now, as if you don't already feel like daft old Dr. Watson, sometimes you get to be him in the game as well, and do you know what Watson gets to do? Things like this. Cleaning a fucking windy for Sherlock Holmes. I'm no joking. This is one of Watson's tasks. Cleaning a windy. And while he does this, Sherlock Holmes dangles a big rope with a hook on the end of it to catch a weight so that he can knock a pin out of some kind of lock on a door. Do you remember that one for Hound of the Baskervilles? No, neither do I. As if the developers of this game haven't done enough harm already by pissing all the fucking work of one of the literary greats. They decide to have a wee go at Lovecraft stuff and all, so they've got all these Cthulhu-like monsters jumping about in it, and heads falling off and big slugs coming out, and you know what? They could have stuck Godzilla and Rocky Balboa into this game and all, it'd still be shite. Here's a dramatic action scene for you to watch.
So we can reveal your deeper problems.
Looks good this, doesn't it? This game's got nothing going for it. It neither thrills, puzzles, nor frightens. Apart from this is quite scary. Look, I've left Watson standing up there. Cheerio, Watson. Ah, fuck, there he's behind me. Scarier? No, just shite.
Beware of considering popular literature as unworthy of our interest, Watson. Besides, am I not myself considered by some of your readers as an improbable hero living out outlandish adventures?
No in this game, big un. May God have mercy on their souls.
There's a voice that keeps on calling me. Down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on.
Robert, are you done with that milk? It says here on, if I add this on my revelation flow, I can learn lightning level 2.
Well, have you had milk on your revelation flow?
A bottle of milk I need to add on.
That's good, that, isn't it?
Can I?
You did this for it?
If there's some left,
you get something good for it, aye?
Put it on my revelation flow, it says there, page 22. Lightning level 2 I could probably get.
Excellent.
I think.
Oh, here, go for it.
Let's try it. Rogue Galaxy is an RPG from Level 5, makers of the other successful Dragon Quest VIII, but this isn't like Dragon Quest VIII because this is set in space. That's no space, that's a desert. When you load up a save game in Rogue Galaxy, you get a summary of the story and what you're supposed to be doing. Why don't they all do that? Chupus Tuki Megano, I went to school with that guy. Here's a flashback with your main character and his friend Raoul. Maybe to some planet somewhere. He's got all the answers, hasn't he? What a wise old pedo. Look, here's a battle screen. I'm in a random battle here. I was in quite a lot of random battles in this game, let me tell you. You see, initially Rogue Galaxy will try and pull the wool over your eyes. It will try and convince you that there's more to the battle system than there actually is. Essentially, if you can navigate a menu system and press the X button, then you've got it cracked. Here we have a chart of the planets that you can visit. There's no question that these planets are nicely designed, they're beautiful to look at, but things start to slowly unravel when... What's going on here? Damn it! I don't like the look of this at all. Looks a bit dodgy. That guy looks a bit like a mad rapist. Does he know?
Woman, good smell.
Oh, now stay away from her. Oh, I don't really look at him at all either.
Two broads. Not bad, huh? Tell me, Chester, which one's more your type?
What does he mean by that? That lassie was about 10 years old. What's going on in this game? Oh, seems a bit dodgy that, does it no? Anywho, let's have a look at the boring stuff that you'll no doubt want to know about. This is the revelation flowchart. You just input items that you either find in fights or find in chests. It's pretty much a no-brainer, as is this. Combining weapons to make new weapons, just shove them in a frog's mouth and they make new ones. Here's a list of bad guys that you've beaten and you get points for beating them. Although I never really went to the effort myself. This is something else that I really went to the effort to do. You're supposed to breed insects to fight, but I couldn't be fucked. You see, this is the attitude that starts to creep over you with Rogue Galaxy, because it seemingly has all of the ingredients that you'd look for. It seems to have all of the ideas that you generally... I think I'll put that in the wrong place. It's not the end of the review. It has all of the RPG boxes ticked. It's got a degree of customising things. It's got a degree of side quests. It takes you fucking ages before anything happens in the story, but there comes that point when you're playing it when you realise that everything's just a bit thin. You lose faith that you're going to find that depth you're hoping the game has. You start to realise that the layout of the areas you're exploring is quite repetitive and the battles you're having are really monotonous, and then the dialogue kicks in and it's bloody god awful. And that's when you start implying that characters in the game are sex offenders, just to keep yourself occupied. Maybe I'm overreacting. It's not a terrible game, Rogue Galaxy, but it is surprisingly average, which in itself is a huge disappointment. Because, in all honesty, I only played this game because I was hoping it would be as brave as Dragon Quest VIII, as deliberate in its style, obviously in a different way from Dragon Quest VIII, but in the end, Rogue Galaxy left me feeling it was quite a cynical game, which is never a nice thing to say, but I've said it now, so I can't take it back. Sorry boys. The end.
Hello boys, thank you Springsteen. I'm not evil. It's an honour to meet you boys. Ryan, Rab, I'm big fans. I'm just like you guys, I'm a computer geek. I've played all the games, Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man, Star Wars, Mrs. Star Wars. I've got a little statement here from the sponsors I'd like to read if I may. Make you feel at home. Dear boys, we're proud to be the backers of this season of the world's most popular games TV show, Consolevania. Representative Ziggy Springsteen, I'm not evil. We'll be making sure this season is the most profitable season you've ever had. Don't worry boys, he's not evil. I'm not evil. Good luck boys, keep on zapping the baddies. All I love, the sponsors. Nice. That is nice. We're not evil, and they've even done a little picture for you. There you go, that's you, Ryan, and there you go, that's you, Rab. I hope you like that.
So, are you going to be staying in Consolevania Towers with us? Like pals?
That's right, I'll stay on the 13th floor, boys.
Oh, here, we can come and visit you.
Don't ever visit me, boys! Don't ever visit me! Look at me, Ryan. Don't ever visit me! Remember, stay in your room, lights out, 9 PM. Oh, just one more thing. The sponsors have asked me to do a little piece on your show. I hope that's okay. Yes! I'm not evil!
He's quite nice. Nice guy.
The first thing Rab Florence does when he powers up a new console is he sticks the music on and checks out the visualizer. This visualizer really sums up your first experience with the PS3. Everything seems slick and very functional, like a wee glimpse of the future. Multimedia is here, but we're here about the games. This is your downloadable Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection, and very good it is too. It was very good on the PSP and is very good on the PS3, and the perfect thing for you to download when you've just bought a new console when you're like, check us out man, check our legs. Super Stardust HD is another downloadable effort, and it's going to make all you Amiga boys out there feel really, really emotional. Emotional because the music brings back some nostalgia for these boys, nostalgia for the Amiga days, but also emotional because the game just doesn't have it. Maybe because we're older now, maybe because we expect more, or maybe just because it's not as good as the wee Stardust that we used to play with on the Amiga. So this was a disappointment for me. I would save your pennies, there's better things to buy. If you've got a lot of pennies in your pocket, say because you're a drug dealer or because you repair 360s for a living, then you might be thinking of buying MotorStorm for your PS3. And don't get me wrong folks, this is an incredible looking game. Unfortunately, it's not very good. It's clear how much work has gone into MotorStorm, but it's surely a sign of the times that whenever you play MotorStorm you're thinking, I wish I was playing Excite Truck on the Wii. Excite Truck on the Wii kinda lingers in the memory when you're playing a game like this, and this just isn't as much fun. This is quite a frustrating game, quite a sloppy game. It feels like one of the launch titles you'll see in their hundreds at car boot sales in 4 years time, and you'll go, man fuck that, Mum, we'll go and get our own sausage, I'm not buying that again. There's some downloadable Gran Turismo joy for you. And Gran Turismo, this is an interesting one because when I first tried out the PS3, I tried it out on an SD TV, an old shiter, and it looked crap. Gran Turismo looked atrocious. I was like, this looks ancient. But see when I put it On an HD TV, I was like, my god, it looks beautiful, and that sums up your PS3 for you. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, Ryan, is that you? Ryan, when I'll get you a lift. Here, do you remember all the amazing jokes people used to make about giant enemy crabs and all that, remember? Oh, the internet, Oscar Wilde's all repeating the same fucking thing hour and hour again, do you remember? Well, this is the game it came for, Genji. And you know what? See, the next time somebody tells you about how brilliant Japanese game development is, point them at these kind of games. I think there's a factory in Japan that pumps out all this pish, all this stuff where you're a noble warrior running about in third person with a big stick or a big axe. You're either avenging your ancestors or you're sucking souls up through your wrist. No wonder they're all sexual deviants in Japan. It's boredom that does that to you. Thankfully, to cleanse your palate after something like Genji, you can crank up your PlayStation 1 emulator and play something like Alien Resurrection, which looks fucking incredible when it's upscaled. Listen, nobody's making as big a deal about this as they should be. The upscaling on the old games is amazing. Let's celebrate by going and looking at this beautiful visualizer again. I'll see you later, boys.
Hello, my name is Rosemary. Hello, my name is Edith. And these are our frightful memories. Rosemary, this is Mad Panic Coaster. Do you remember this frightful memory? The woodcutter gave us this game because we were good girls. Rosemary, I hope there's nothing frightful like a laughing skull in this game. Ah! Frightful! I recall that the object of this game was to control an out-of-control roller coaster. It was ghastly. Have you ever been on a roller coaster, Rosemary? Edith, you know very well I died on a roller coaster. I bet that was a frightful memory as well, Rosemary. Well, not quite as frightful a memory as this game. Or maybe it was. My head popped off. Goodbye, everyone. Save us. Bye. Save us.
Hello everybody, my name is Emilio Zerg, and this is my beautiful boyfriend Dave, and this machine is my funkicizer, and through this machine of dream, this is how we do the review roundup. Colin McRae, that is very, very fine. Great in single player, not so great online. Presentation so slick, it erects my dick. But occasional screen tear make my boyfriend Dave sick. Now EDF is a game misunderstood by reviewers who are virgins and very, very rude. They say that it looks like it's been shot out of an ass. But we like ass. Go to the back of the class. EDF is unadulterated fun. Big, scary spaceships and a honk with a gun. Absolute chaos with a million giant ants. I'd rather be in EDF than in my boyfriend's pants. Command & Conquer 3 is full of FMV, which is a very good thing. I'm sure you'll agree. Nothing gets my boyfriend Dave more hot to handle than dreaming of an orgy with Ham, Tyler, and Lando. Oh! The game itself is a perfect exercise in modernizing classics, but a word to the wise. Try to play for an hour. You'll be playing all day. If I'm lying, then my boyfriend Dave's not gay. And he is gay.
Are you not finished yet? I need to finish this myself. My minions have knocked off early. I'll see you later. Right? Bye.
Yup, I know. Yet another Codemasters game, Overlord. And let me tell you, Overlord is a weird game. Have you ever, let me describe it like this, have you ever turned on a game and the first thought that comes into your mind is, I wonder how this game will age? I'm not even entirely sure what I mean by that. Overlord just feels like a strange game, like it doesn't really belong in this time. It's either for the past or it's for the future. I'm talking a load of shite. You're in Overlord, you're an Overlord in it and you control minions and you're evil apparently. Well, I must be evil because look, here's me and my minions going to kill a unicorn. That's evil. And not only are you evil towards unicorns and nice things like that, you're also evil towards your own evil minions, sacrificing them to get some health back. Does it get any more evil than that? Actually, in reality, you'd be surprised by how unevel you are. This is me walking about the town, people are saying nice things to me because I'm playing the game nice. He wants to be just like me. Probably no Baldy though. This is when I've done something bad.
Babies, you hear me? Babies!
Babies! There should really have been a funky bass line that kicked in when he said that. Babies! Oh, is that racist saying that? This is the arena under your dark tower where you can fight beasts that you've already defeated. Why that feature is in so many games boggles my mind, especially in this one because you're not actually doing most of the fighting yourself. You see, you send out your minions to do most of your fighting for you. Like this section for example. I need to sneakily get them down the sides and stuff so that I don't alert everybody, and if I go down myself then they'll all see me, so I need to kinda, know what I mean, use the tactics. And that's where the first problem and the major problem with this game comes up. Because Overlord appears to be a third person action game, but there are sections in the game where it's quite tactical. You have different types of minions for different tasks, but unfortunately the control system can on occasions be quite cumbersome. It's not really dynamic enough to deal with the situations that the game puts in front of you. I'm not saying you get stuck, it's just in the heat of the moment, in the heat of a battle, things get a bit chaotic. So chaotic that you might get stuck. Have I said it's good yet? It's really good, and it's really, really good looking. Should I allowed to say that again these days, that games are really, really good looking, and this game is beautiful. It's no expansive in the way you would expect. Is it next or current gen? 360 gen, whatever gen that. Rab? Rab, is that you? Oh, sorry mate. I pure thought that was Fat Rabbit of Consolevania there, do you see me? Sake man. Anywho. Areas are quite small, doesn't really matter because the graphics within the small areas are really, really tidy as fuck. Your wee minions putting on like hats and stuff like that, that's a treat that is. It's really, really surprisingly good fun to play. You don't think it is at first, but once you get the hang of it, the wee niggles and the controls just kinda disappear. However, the fact you don't have a map sometimes is a real fucking pain in the arse. Even that's no fatal though, you can get along without your map just about without breaking the disc in two. It's a game that you can make excuses for because it's such good fun that you can either go on a huff with it and bin it, or you can accept it for what it is. A good idea that doesn't quite work, but is still worth the time. Bye!
Go on, son, get in here! What's that, man? Hold on! You're the better no ban this, man. It's the problem. His arse is bleeding and everything.
Oh, Kenny would have loved this, would he have?
Ah, fuck. Kenny would have loved this tower, man. He'd have loved it.
Oh, she was here. You know.
I've got an idea. What we should do? Man, see if you're so great, why don't you show us what Kenny's up to in the other universe?
Dear hat.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Come on. Yes.
I can't do that because he's not there, you fucking pricks.
Oh, a game set in Manchester. I hope Frank Sidebottom's in it. Now, you've probably heard all about the controversy about Resistance having a level set in Manchester Cathedral. Now, I cut the poor guys a break. I've been to Manchester Cathedral and I wanted to do some bodily harm when I was in there and all, but then perpendicular Gothic architecture does that to me, you know. I really feel sorry for Resistance. You know, there aren't many consoles that launch with a first-person shooter this good, but when Resistance came out, all that happened was that it got compared to Gears of War, and that's really, really unfair because, you know what? Gears of War's not really that great, and Resistance seems to have slightly more charm than Gears of War has. I'm not saying it's a better game, it's not a better game, but it has more charm. Charm and tone and feel are important things, and Resistance has it in spades. And I like these creepy baldy guys. You feel as if you're breaking into the Crystal Maze and you're having to shoot Richard O'Brien 20 times. No, Mumsy won't like that. Wait until I tell you about Ridge Racer 7. No, seriously, wait. Nucleus is the poster boy for the problems that exist within the downloadable cheap game genre. Yes, Nucleus has all the hallmarks of your current downloadable games, the kind of stylish, neon-y kind of looks, the moody, atmospheric, arty-farty music. But this is a boring shooter. There's nothing worse in gaming than a shooter that's a bore. That is a failure on every front. And I tell you right now, avoid Nucleus like the plague. Thank God then for cheap and nasty Wii games like Calling All Cars, which is simple multiplayer fun. It feels like a real throwback, this. But it's a throwback with a great awareness of the format that it exists on. It knows that the PS3 is all about the HD TV and the big wide screen, so it's got a very, very workable split screen multiplayer and a fantastic one. Unfortunately, because I've got a debug PS3, I haven't played it online. But let me tell you, in a room with some mates, it's frantic, wonderful, bloody, somebody's getting chinned fun. And now, let's talk about...
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer has always been a favourite of mine. I love Ridge Racer games. Ridge Racer games are what racer games should be. And Ridge Racer 7 is effortlessly the greatest game on the PS3. And I'm going to go further, because this is a broader issue here. This is about whether it's worth buying the PS3 at all. And it's a simple equation. If you can afford a PS3, and I mean really afford, no put it on a fucking credit card afford, right? I mean really afford. I don't mean dipping your horn in your granny's purse or selling your arse on the street like Jimmy Somerville afford. I mean really afford. If you can genuinely really afford it, and you also have an HD TV, and I mean actually have an HD TV, I don't mean you look in your fucking neighbour's window and you're watching his HD TV and he thinks you're eyeing up his missus and he's ruining your door with a hammer, right? I don't mean that, I mean you actually have one in your house. So that is, if you can afford it, right, and you're not a prostitute, right, and you've actually got an HD TV, right, then, and only then, should, no hold on, if you can afford that and you've got an HD TV and you've already got a 360 and a Wii, right? And I mean, actually got an Xbox 360 and a Wii, right? I don't mean you go on the internet and you're saying to all your mates, I've got one of them and all, I've played that game on the Wii, yeah, but I've left it up my granny's, but I can't show you the now, right? I mean, actually, you've got them all, right? So, if there's all the ifs in place, then get yourself a PS3 and a copy of Ridge Racer 7. Because this, believe me, it's bliss. Ridge Racer 7 feels like the devils came into your living room on the back of an elephant and has ripped a big hole in your wall through which you can see wonderful neon nights that a guy like you really shouldn't be invited along to enjoy because you're a fanny. Ridge Racer 7's like a wonderful holiday, and it's got more sunshine than a Cockney gangster film script. But the PS3, boys, it's an if machine. That's exactly what it is. It's the if machine. And if you ain't got all the ifs in place, you can't play. You shouldn't play. You shouldn't play.
Emily, it's all squint. I can see it for here, Emily, for fuck's sake. My name is Victor Douglas Ramshaw III, and this is my video diary of me playing my games. So, Emily, you're getting too close to me. You'll be able to smell me if you come that close. Right, can you see my Ribena okay? Right, because they might send me some bottles. The game I'm going to be playing today is Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball on my Xbox 360 that my mum bought me, okay? So, we're going to have to start again, Emily, because I looked at your chest. Cut it and start again. Right, I'll just turn it on. I'm going to turn it on in a minute. Sorry, it's on already. So I'll show you me giving some presents to the beautiful girls who has bikinis on. Emily, do you have a bikini? What do you fucking do? It's under that. I'm going to pick this blonde one here because she's got the same kind of hair as you've got, Emily. Black hair, that one there, because she's got the same kind of hair as you. What colour is your hair, Emily? Your fucking real hair. So that's me sent my gift to them now. Now if you look down here, there's the one that says go to bed, right? So maybe we should go to bed now, Emily. I don't mean the two of us in the same bed. I don't mean that, Emily. That's what you thought, man. Just go to bed myself. I'm going to sleep on the outside, the inside of the door. Sleep here, and then if the postman brings my present from the girls, I won't miss it, because sometimes I think my mum gets my letters, and she opened up one of my white dwarfs once, and she read it, and I don't like people knowing about the Space Marines. It's Monday morning, and sadly no presents today. It's Tuesday morning, no presents today either. Wednesday morning, no presents today. No presents today, Friday morning. It's Monday now, there's no presents today from the girls either. Friday, the girls didn't bring me any presents today, did they, Emily? It's Monday and the postman has brought me a present today. Let's go open it up. I don't want to tell them, Emily, they'll think I'm... I didn't get a present from a girl, it was just from my doctor. It was my special shoes that have got a special bit in them that make me look... One of my legs looks more taller than the other one. It's hard to explain, my mum would tell you about it. So I'm afraid that proves that these girls in this game are not worth your time. I should just stick to real girls. Is that right, Emily? I like real girls like you. Victor Douglas Ramshaw signing off. Keep gaming out there, and Emily will be here next time too, if she's not fucking out with her boyfriend. Sorry, Emily. Sorry, Emily.
Bomb